Pleasant good day. My name is Shamani Gans, and today I'll be presenting to you the negative effects of domestic violence on children. Firstly, this is a topic I hold very near and dear to my heart because while I was growing up, I myself was a victim of domestic abuse, and even up to this day, still face many issues and struggle trying to overcome and fight this epidemic. So, firstly, what is domestic violence? According to Harvard graduate and psychologist Kiana Ezra, domestic violence is the behavior with the purpose to gain power, control, and strength over a spouse, partner, boyfriend or girlfriend, or intimate family member. This abuse is learned, it's caused by anger, mental problems, drugs or alcohol, or other common excuses such as work poverty and frustration. Um, so moving forward, these are just some minor statistics about domestic violence. So one in every child is going to face some sort and variation of domestic violence, whether it be sexual, mental, physical, verbal, emotional, which means that we all know or have been victims of domestic abuse. Additionally, according to Crystal, most often the abuser is one of our own family members. Crystal also said that this domestic violence is a problem that affects every single family member, and it is the now leading cause of injury to children, more than car accidents, rapes, murders, muggings combined. So, which means that you can see the impact and how widespread this problem is. These are some minor causes of domestic violence. According to Jurials, some abusive acts are directed to involve children in order to control them, which means that parents see this as a way to assert dominance, or legal guardians see this as a way to assert control and some sort of reign against a child. And also, domestic violence is learned through observation and reinforcement, which means that the abusee now becomes the abuser and that cycle continues. So, in life, children who face domestic violence and who are part of domestic violence, it becomes their natural and next instinct. So, they don't know better. So it breeds a cycle of toxicity. So it just keeps recycling and recycling and cycling until there's no other known resolvement. Additionally, families that are victims of substance abuse, according to Davis, such as alcohol and drugs, cause persons to act out negatively and aggressively, especially to those who can't defend themselves, i.e., children. These people who are doing drugs and abusing it, they don't know how to act, feel, or think because this drug affects them mentally, and they lash out at persons who can't defend themselves. More so, at home stress and frustration at work brings brings this abuse because persons may have other outside factors that are causing stress towards them, and a child may do something innocent and may do something that it is not very pleasing to the parent, and this push them over the edge, and because of this they react negatively and aggressively towards the child, causing them to get abused and hurt. So these are just minor causes. However, these are the effects and consequences of domestic violence against children. These effects can be either both long term and short term, but no matter what, they still hurt and hamper the normalcy of a child's life. Firstly, as I said before, victims of domestic violence are more likely to experience trouble in raising their child and suffer family disruption, which I said the cycle of toxicity just keeps going on, which means that people don't know how to react and don't know how to grow their own child because of their natural instinct to abuse. Additionally, victims of domestic violence are vulnerable to developing depression and anxiety. This is true because I myself have been faced with this. Um, More so, Davis also said that various problems that restrict and hamper children from having any sort of normalcy because of domestic abuse are as followed: not eating, sleeping disorder, depression, as I once said, clinginess, aggressive acting out, and destructive urges, detachment, no motivation, school problems, and suicide ideation. More so, these children, because of this domestic abuse, find ways to escape, whether it be running off to marriage or a spouse, which they may not love, but because of seeing this as a way to escape, which can cause further issues down the road. Um, Joining gangs, which they feel a sort of comfort, they feel that they're in a family now, so they join these gangs, which are negative influence on them as well. But because they feel protected and away from the abuse, they think it's okay. Additionally, according to Sternberg, these people who face children who face these negative effects have a fight or flight response in life, which they are incapable of building relationships and bonds, which they can't get jobs, they can't go to school, they can't build bonds, and they can't have a successful life because of the abuse faced. They either see this as a threat or they don't know how to react to it. Um, Additionally, Sternberg also said that children resort to aggressive tendencies, whether it be fighting in school, fighting for no apparent reason because of this abuse, because this is all they know. They themselves become the abuser. This is just some minor statistics about domestic violence on children. The suicidal rate in children has increased by 19% from 2016 to 2019, which means that from having 7 billion people in the world, 19% of its children are creating suicide as an attempt to escape this epidemic and this harm and this struggle. Also, approximately 14 children per minute face some form of abuse. Additionally, the homelessness rate of children have been increased tremendously. This is because children are finding any way and any need to escape, even if it means living on the road, going through garbage just to find their next meal, struggling just so that they can be away from this abuse, because they rather struggle on the street than be hurt this type of way. Additionally, 1 in 5 victims of child abuse have reported being abused under the age of 10, according to Davis. This means that if 14 children per minute are abused, at least half of them are under the age of 10. This means that babies and innocent, defenseless children are being hurt and abused because of this. So, in my conclusion, this issue has been prevalent since the beginning of time, but only since the 1970s has government and organizations really put hamper and protection towards it. Julies also said that our societies have been falling short due to the effects of this abuse, because our children are the future, and by having this epidemic prominent, it is imperative to get this resolved. We need to break the cycle, and this is extremely important. If not resolved, this current rate, there will be 90,000 deaths and 2.5 million attempts by 2020 of suicide attempts. English also says that this issue has been neglected for many years, making persons feel undervalued and ignored, thus resorting to more severe measures of escape. The time to deal with those factors now, and if not dealt with immediately, it can cause us very, very, very much harm. So, as I said in previous occasions, this is a factor that needs to be addressed immediately, and it is imperative to do so. We always say that the future is today, and the future is our children. But how can our children be the future if we never, take them seriously and protect them? We need to protect them and ensure that moving forward we can grow successful members of society. Thank you. Appreciate you listening to this speech. Have a great day.